All right, what's up? This is going to be a short review of Minnesota Game 4. This is a private game between some of the Minnesota Diplomacy Club players played in uh, May, June, July of 2020. I'm going to keep these videos really short. There's going to be more in the Diplomacy book, which you can find on Lean Pub. Check the comments down below for that. So let's jump into it. I'm playing Germany in this game. And as you can see, I open up with Ruhr and Denmark, Berlin coming into Kiel. Let's go ahead and press on. I think the only other things to consider in this opening from the other players is that we do have Turkish Armenia, and we have Venice to Trieste. Right over here, right over here. So let's carry on. Probably cover a couple of years here and then call it a video. So let me move my face out of the way here because, this is not so interesting. Do you want to see a big face? All right. In the fall, we do have England picking up 2 builds. And we do see the key Lepanto. Turkey's not able to snuff that out, trying to work with Austria here. So let's just give a quick idea of who's who in this game. If necessary, we will do that at some point. So moving right along to the builds. In this case, I actually did learn. Let's have a look at some of the press if we're able to here. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see that, but you can see that I snuck into the North Sea, which turned out to be very good for me as the game progressed. Germany in the North Sea after 0-1, quite exciting because even as France did help England into Belgium here. He may be interested now in working with me since I just have such a leveraged position, or I have leverage against England. So let's see where the builds come down. Army in the north for Russia. Army fleet for England. I don't know about that army build. Probably a fleet. France puts down a fleet and an army. I put down an army and a fleet myself. 2 armies for Austria and a fleet for Italy and Turkey. So let's check out 1902. So here we go. I think the 2 armies for England really puts him at a disadvantage here because he can't he can't do much versus me. Although with France's help, I had some idea of what England's moves could be this season. It looks like now Russia was happy to work against a weakened England himself. I actually opted for to go for the popped fleet in Belgium, as well as heading over to Baltic. And I wanted to call attention as well to Trieste. Simply calling out the Italian-Austrian alliance with this illegal move to Trieste. At this point, I'm hoping I can work with France, and if Russia's on board, then I'm going to be in good shape. Meanwhile, the move to Baltic, I do have to negotiate carefully. But if I can, get some kind of a foothold in Scandinavia while also maintaining a decent position to pick up some part of England with France's help, then I'll be in great position because Russia's going to have his hands full if Austria and Italy are working together. You can see that Russia and Turkey, though, at this point, are going to try to rearrange things. Armenia is coming back, or at least attempts to. since they're seeing that AI come into play. But an interesting development does occur where Russia moves from Sweden to Norway, going ahead and dislodging Norway. But as a result, I'm actually able to walk into Sweden and keep Sweden. So that is pretty interesting result there. I hadn't talked with Russia about that. I figured I would just tap Sweden so England can hold Norway himself. Even though I'm in the North Sea, I thought maybe England at this point may need some help, and if I can slow down my collaborator even better. So here we go. In the fall, though, I decided along with France to give up to give up Belgium to France in the near term, just to try to solidify some collaboration there. I decided to cover Denmark, since England could have supported an attack on Denmark. England looks not so good here. I mean, a convoy was ordered, and it just looks like a misorder to me. But I am able to hold on to Sweden, which bodes really, really well for me going forward. Italy picks up Tunis. There's a little bit of a shuffling of centers between the corner powers in the southeast. And from the builds, I go ahead and put down another fleet. France is up to 6 as well, puts a fleet. Italy on 5, looking healthy. Austria on 5, looking healthy. How much more progress can they make against the RT? This is kind of a reluctant RT because the AI was formed first. Not sure how much more progress they can make. If you look at this, we got 1, 2, 3 RT units here. 1, 2, 3, 4 AI pieces, but Galicia is a nice piece, and this fleet, I imagine, is coming back to Caen. Should be able to hold on in the near term. So I think in the next video we'll look at 1903, because that's where I think some pivotal moves are made from France's perspective, which really kicks off a chain of events, which works out really, really, really well for me. So I was able to sit back in kind of Richard Sharp style in terms of Germany and see how antagonism played out. But in summary, I was able to get some intel on North Sea and get into North Sea early. I think England probably should have built a fleet, 2 fleets, seeing as he had 2 builds in 01. Having not done that, he couldn't retake the North Sea from me. We were able to actually piff a fleet as well. And with Russia taking Norway, England is now stuck on 2 armies and 2 fleets, and it's just going to be hard for him to move forward. Okay, he can defend, but by this point, France and I, as Germany, are working pretty well together. I've just given him Belgium, so we have a common approach going forward here. Maybe England can work together with Russia to try to retake Sweden here, but I do have this fleet coming in, and I already have Denmark and North. So from here, I'm just looking to slowly increase my influence, make sure I have a good relationship with France, and also make sure though that Russia doesn't fall too quickly, because AI is quite strong. So that's just a quick strategic analysis of how this game started without looking at any of the press. Of course, that's always really interesting, but harder to really get any insights out of post hoc. So with that, I'll see you in the next video, and you can check out more details in the book as well. All right. Thanks, everyone.